Welcome guys to MathTech once again, and today we'll be focusing on our math series, and this is a continuation of the Basic Arithmetic series. This will be the part 3, and so we'll be talking about the brackets and precedence rule. A very interesting topic, and I think this has caused much casualties in some simple calculations and even the difficult ones after solving a whole lot of stuff. Getting to the line of following the precedence rule, you then make a sign mistake where you're supposed to multiply first, you subtract, and you get the wrong answer. And today I'll be treating that in this particular topic in the series. So this is bracket and precedence rule. Brackets and the precedence rule are used to remove ambiguity in a calculation. That is, it is used to remove kind of hardness in the calculation, a kind of broad tight calculation. But following the precedence rule, I think you will solve it easily and you will get your results faster. Now, one of the ideas I will give to you in terms of bracket and the precedence rule, I know I'm not supposed to introduce that in this part of the series, but I'll have to do that, is the BODMAS. BODMAS. So talking about BODMAS, you see our B is what? The brackets, O of D, division, M, multiplication, A, addition, this is add, and S, subtraction. I'm not supposed to introduce this in this aspect of the series, but I just have to do that so we might have an easy approach of learning this. Now, BODMAS is most likely when it comes to fraction, but you can also do it here because it's the same thing. This does the precedence rule. BODMAS is the precedence rule. The brackets of division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. Now, in any calculation, let's say, for example, we have been given 4 times 5 minus 6 plus 20 divided 2. You're given a question like this or an expression like this. 4 multiply 5 minus 6 plus 20 divided by 2. Now, the first place your mind should come should be what? The precedence rule. The precedence rule. And for the precedence rule, division comes before multiplication, multiplication comes before addition, and what? Subtraction. So having that knowledge what to do, we are having 4 times 5 minus 6 plus 20 divided by 2. So we have to do first with the what? Multiplication and what? The division. So 4 times 5 gives us 20. So this gives us 20, and this remains minus 6 plus 20 divided 2 gives us what? 10. Then we can go in with our addition and subtraction. Then we have 20 minus 6 plus 10. So this will be what? 20 minus 6, 14 plus 10, and our result will be what? 24. Following the precedence rule, we get the correct answer, which is what? 24. But let's go like this. Let's do it this other way. Let's say we are not following the precedence rule, we just want to solve this randomly or zigzagly. Let me use that word. So I can still say 4 times 20. 4 times 5 will give me what? 20. Then 20 minus 6. 20 minus 6 will give me what? 14. 14 plus 20 will give me what? 14 plus 20 will give me what? 30. 14 plus 20 will give me 34. And 34 divided by 2. 14 plus 20, 34. 34 divided by 2 is going to give us what? 17. So, let's compare the two answers. Now, following the precedence rule, we get the correct answer for this, which is what 24. But solving this, I would say it's the digital way, but orderly, like following the operators, 4 times 5 minus this, you get the wrong answer. So this is the power of the precedence rule. Now, using the precedence rule, it will help you remove the ambiguity in your calculation. You will get your answer smoothly and easily, only by knowing the rule. And in a situation whereby we are having this calculation as 4 times brackets 5 minus 6 plus 20 divided by 2. Now, brackets and precedence. This topic is still tied under the word BODMAS. Brackets of division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. Brackets precedes all of it. Brackets precedes all other operators. So we'll start with the brackets. This is what 5 minus 6. 5 minus 6 definitely will give us what? Negative 1. For those that have forgotten, or for those that don't know the value of 5 minus 6, go back, watch our video on Introduction to Numbers, where we explain the number line, and also the part 1 of the Basic Arithmetic. You will learn all of that. So 5 minus 6 will give us minus 1, and we have 4 times minus 1 plus 20 divided by 2. So 4 times minus 1 will give us what? Minus 4. Positive times negative gives us what? Negative. Don't forget this is division. This precedes before the addition. The division precedes the addition. So we go 20 divided by 2 gives us what? 10. So minus 4 plus 10 gives us what? Plus 6. That is 6. So this is how the brackets and precedence will work. It helps remove ambiguity from your calculations. And I will advise every one of you that have been having issues on how to follow up your operators like calculating when having the 4 operators together, the addition, multiplication, division, and subtraction. Use the precedence rule, the brackets and precedence rule, or just take your mind back to the word BODMAS, the brackets of division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. Don't forget, in every calculation, the brackets precedes, the off follows, the division follows, the multiplication follows, then the addition and the subtraction. So this is by hierarchy. So let me give you one quick example. Example 1, we are having 34 plus 10 divided by bracket 2 minus 3, bracket close, times 5. So let's use our brackets and precedence rule to get the correct result of this expression. So solution 1. So don't forget, I brought us to the idea of BODMAS, bracket of division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. And most people might ask, the off comes more when it comes to fraction. The concept of BODMAS is being introduced more better when you're dealing with fractions. But I'm just bringing it as a helping clue for us to get an easy way of solving ambitious questions. Okay, let's go back to our lesson. Hope you're having fun, guys. So 34 plus 10 divided by 2 minus 3, bracket close, times 5. Don't forget bracket. So that will be bracket. 2 minus 3 gives us what? Minus 1. So here we'll be having 34 plus 10 divided by what? Minus 1 times 5. 34 plus 10 divided by minus 1. 34 plus 10 divided by minus 1 times 5. Now, at this point, most people might get confused and say, we are having division here and we are having multiplication here. Which should come first? Now, you must know that when evaluating the one that should precede the other the evaluation must come from the left to the what? Right. So from the left to the right, you see that division precedes multiplication. So we go with what? Division. So this will be 34 plus 10 divided by minus 1 will give us what? Minus 10. This will be 34 minus, don't forget that plus times minus gives us what? Minus 10 times 5. So 10 times 5 gives us what? 50. So 34 minus 50. And this will give us what? Minus 16 as the answer. Minus 16 is the correct solution to this expression, following the brackets and precedence rule. You can try your other method. Okay, let me show you this also. Let's say at this point where we are having 10 divided by minus 1 times 5. You know, at some points we can do minus 1 times 5. Minus 1 times 5 will give us what? It will give us minus 5. So 10 divided by minus 5 will give us what? Minus 2. Then 34 minus 2 will give us what? 32. So we can say that if we don't follow the brackets and precedence rule in a kind of tight question or expression, we will not get the real solution or the real answer to that problem. Now, as we've gotten the results following our brackets and precedence rule to be minus 16, I want us to note this. I'm trying to explain this expression for us, 10 divided by minus 1 times 5. Why we have to do the division first before we carry out the multiplication. Yes, we know that division precedes multiplication. But also note this, that working from the left, evaluate division and multiplication as they are encountered. Working from the left, evaluate division and multiplication as they are encountered. Also, working from the left, evaluate additions and subtractions as they are encountered. So you must note this. Then let's move over to solve the second question. So question 2 is 4 plus 5 times 6. They are in brackets, bracket 4 plus 5 times 6, bracket close, divided by 2, minus 12 divided by 4 times 2 minus 1. Don't forget brackets and precedence, and I took also the idea of BODMAS. So brackets first, we deal with the brackets. Now in this bracket we are having both addition and multiplication. And don't forget that multiplication precedes addition. So what will be our result for the bracket to be? 5 times 6, 30. 4 plus 30, it will be what? 34. Now, 5 times 6 plus 4 is different from 4 plus 5 times 6. 4 plus 5 is what? 9. 9 times 6 is what? 54. But following the precedence rule, we see that we are meant to do what? 5 times 6 first to give us 30, then we do 4 plus 30, and we get the correct result for here, for the bracket to be what? 34. So it will then be 34 divided by 2 minus, don't forget, here is 12 divided by 4 times 2. So we can take this division immediately. 34 divided by 2, 20 divided by 4 will give us what? 3. Minus 3 times 2 minus 1. Again, we take our division here. 34 divided by 2 will give us what? 17. 17 minus 3 times 2 here will give us what? 6. Minus 6 minus 1. So 17 minus 6 minus 1 will give us what? 10. So following our brackets and precedence rule, we see that it helps us remove ambiguity in our calculation, and we are seeing that here. We can solve a troublesome expression like this easily, because I call this troublesome. Having different operators here and here, here and here, it's quite troublesome for me. So the brackets and precedence rule helps us solve a troublesome expression easily. Now we'll be looking at the basic laws of arithmetic. The basic laws of arithmetic. And firstly, we'll be talking about the commutative law or commutativity. Now, when we're talking about commutativity, now let's look at the operators addition and multiplication. Addition and multiplication can go either ways. A plus B is same as what? B plus A. And A times B is same as what? B times A. Now let's use for instance that our A is equal to 5 and our B is equal to 4. Now 5 plus 4 is equal to 4 plus 5. Because 5 plus 4 is 9 and 4 plus 5 is what? 9. Also for A times B, 5 times 4 is equal to 4 times 5. 5 times 4 is what? 20. And also 4 times 5 is what? 20. So this is just what commutativity is all about. But the operators, subtraction and division, are not commutative. Let's see, use same values for that. Now, 5 minus 4 is not equal to 4 minus 5. In the sense that 5 minus 4 is going to give us what? 1. 4 minus 5 is going to give us what? Minus 1. Are they the same? No. So let me use another value. Let me say 6 and 3. 6 and 3. Now 6 divide 3 is not equal to 3 divide 6. And we all agree with that. We all agree with that. So that is just the concept of commutativity, and that is one of the laws of arithmetic. Now as we proceed further in other topics, we learn other things, as we go deeper in the streams of mathematics, I think we will all learn the usefulness of commutativity, associativity, and distributivity in every area of mathematics. So the second law we'll talk about is the associative law or associativity. Now talking about associativity, now here we are having A plus bracket B plus C equal to bracket A plus B bracket B plus C. Now addition and multiplication are also associative operators. They are associative operators in the sense that if our A is equal to 5, our B is equal to 4, and our C is equal to 2. So let's see it. Now A is 5, 5 plus bracket 4 plus 2, right? Yeah, 4 plus 2 equal to 5 plus 4 plus 2. So don't forget, we start with the bracket. 4 plus 2 is what? 6. 5 plus 6 is what? 11. Here is 11. Here we have 5 plus 4 is what? 9. 9 plus 2 is what? 11. And 11 is equal to what? 11. So we can see it there. And let's go also for the multiplication. We say 5 times bracket 4 times 2 equal to 5 times 4 bracket 5 times 4 times what? 2. So 4 times 6 is what? 8. 5 times 8 is what? 40. Now 5 times 4 here is what? 20. 20 times 2 is what? 40. And 40 is equal to 40. This is like the easiest way of explaining it. Now it still stands that subtraction and division are not operators under the associative law. In the sense that here we are having minus plus. Let's make our plus what? Minus. Let's make our plus minus. Okay. So now 5 minus bracket 4 minus 2. Let's see if it's equal to 5 minus 4 bracket close minus 2. So 4 minus 2 will give us what? 2. 5 minus 2 will give us what? 3. Yeah, 5 minus 4 will give us what? 1 minus 2 will give us what? Same thing for the division. Now for the distributivity, these are, it's a more complex one because it's having several rows, several ins and outs. But note that multiplication is distributive for both the left hand side and the right hand side for addition and also for subtraction. So as simple as that, these are the laws. You might want me to give examples, but you can still use the values I used here to prove. But when it comes to the addition, now note that division, sorry, when it comes to the division is not distributive to addition or subtraction from the left hand side. It is only distributive. When I mean the left hand side, I'm talking about in the case where we are having A divided by brackets B plus C. But in the situation where we are having A plus B divided by C, it is distributive. We're talking about the situation where we are having A divided by brackets B plus C, it is not distributive. So you can just check out your values, solve, and get your results. This is the last part of this topic called basic arithmetic. And I'm talking about exponential. I'm talking about exponential. In bracket I put here raised to power. So we have the exponential 2 exponential 2, that's 2 raised to power 2, 3 raised to power 2, 2 raised to power 4, 5 raised to power 3, 6 raised to power 2, 3 raised to power 5. Now, these values up, which is the raised to power, are called the exponentials, are called the exponents, they are called the index. They are called the exponentials, or they are called the powers, or they are called what? The index. So I want to explain how we get the result of exponentials. Like saying 2 exponential 2. How do we get the result? I think most people find it a bit difficult. Yes, everybody knows 2 raised to power 2 is what? 4. But let's look at a situation like 2 raised to power 4. Now most people see 2 raised to power 4 as 2 times 4, and this is wrong. This is wrong. 2 raised to power 4 is not equal to 2 times 4. But 2 raised to power 4 means you are multiplying 2 4 times. So we say 2 raised to power 4 is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. And this is the correct expression for 2 raised to power what? 4. So 2 times 2, 4, 4 times 2, 8, 8 times 2, 16. Same thing here, we say 3 raised to power 2. Most people see 3 raised to power 2 as what? 3 times 2. And this is still wrong. 3 raised to power 2 is equal to 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is what? 9. Same thing, we go here. 5 raised to power 3. I think I'll touch that last. 5 raised to power 3. 5 raised to power 3 is not equal to 15. Please, 5 raised to power 3 is not 5 times 3. 5 raised to power 3 is 5 times 5 times 5. And 5 times 5 is what? 25. 25 times 5 will give us what? 25 times 5, 25. 25 times 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 5, that is add 25 5 times. So we say 25, 25, 25, 25, and 25. Add every of these. 5 plus 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And here we have what? 5. We carry 2. This is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 plus the 2 we carry, that will be what? 12. So 125 is the value of 5 raised to power 3. I'm just giving us a trick. Instead of giving us the result direct, I'm giving us a trick on how to get the answer easily. So that is it about exponential. Talking about the index or the powers. That is it. That is just the concept. Just understand this simple concept and you can flow very well in exponential, in solving exponential equation, in indices.
Thank you so much. I think that will be the end of the basic arithmetic. So what I will tell you to do is that if you are having any challenge from the part 1 down to the part 3 of the basic arithmetic under the math series, don't forget to drop your questions under the comment section. And don't fail to like, to share, and to hit that subscribe button below the video. Hit it. That's what I wanted us to do. And thank you guys. And don't forget the MathTech private tutoring section is still on. You can tell your parents. If you're a student, tell your parents. You can enroll. And if you're a parent, I will advise you to enroll your children in our mathematics section, in our programming section, in our academic coaching or therapy section, also in our science section, and whatever section that relates to education, we are here for you. Thank you so much.